Welcome to the Workshop Weekly Episode 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first episode, or, probably it's going to be a lot of episodes, but I can't promise that it's going to be weekly, as the title will say that. Welcome to our first episode of the Weekly Workshop, or Workshop Weekly. Whichever one we end up going through will be the title at the end of the day. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a series I've been wanting to do for quite some time and have just been lacking, not really the motivation, but really I guess it is the motivation, actually. So I was lacking the motivation to do this because I thought that there would be other people that would do it instead, but after confirming with those people, they won't be doing this anymore. So I wanted to take the reins on that and say, you know what? Let's make a new series called Workshop Weekly, because we want to honor the people that make Dota 2 what it is today. The artists that work tirelessly to bring you the sets that you deserve and the sets that you don't deserve as a Dota player, because God knows that your attitude is probably needing some adjusting after playing Dota for so long. But with that being said, I'm here to finally give some appreciation back to the artists. I want to take the time for this little intro and say that Dota 2 would not be the same without you guys, and you are literally the best thing that could ever happen to a MOBA in anyone's entire lifetime. Obviously, there's a lot of better things out there to do than to make sets for Dota 2, and here you are making sets for Dota 2. So, I just want to say I love you all, and as a caster, admin, all the other crazy stuff that I've done for Dota 2 events physically, I hope I see you guys out there on the field at these Dota events. I will do everything I can to say hello. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Workshop Weekly series. Let's go ahead and jump into our sets. We have 7 total sets to highlight from the workshop today. And if you like any of these sets, links will be in the description below. So make sure you do that. You could also follow the people on their Twitters or Facebooks or any of their artist following programs that they have. Most likely they'll also be linked in the, not in the description, but in the description on the Steam Community Workshop page. With that being said, without further ado, we have 7 sets that aren't in any particular order. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first one that we have is Skywrath Mage, that is built by BladeofAvilliva and Zipfinator, which is called the Seraph Celestial. Now, I took a little bit of gander at the set ahead of time. This set actually comes with a arm, a belt, a head, a shoulder, wings, staff, and a loading screen. Now, here you can see the sets that are currently just visible in-game. We should have the animation coming up right around the right around the corner, and this is why I like the set. It blends so perfectly with Skywrath's baseline colors. It's got a very royal feel to it, and it just works extremely well. There are some other items you can end up comboing with this to actually make it look good, but again, we're here to honor the artists and their work that they have done today. And we can see this wonderful walk animation of Skywrath as well, and it just looks so crisp, so clean, and it just looks absolutely amazing. And it just feels so royal. That's the thing, is it's like a royal purple. It's not just like purple with colorful particle effects. Like, it is a smooth royal purple with a sort of a white inline closer to the wings itself. That's what I really like about this set. It feels smooth, it looks smooth, and in the animation that we'll see once again here in a second, it is extremely smooth looking. I like it too because it is the Celestial set, as it is called the Seraph Celestial. I love the Celestial feel to the lower end of the cape, or I guess probably the robe would be the better way to say it, but it blends really well, and I'm really hoping to see this be one of the sets that get put into the cache, or just put into the game in general. So the next set that we have is going to be a NightStalker set called the Dusk Reaper by Attasik. Now, I saw this one, I believe, a little while back, or it could have been on a different hero that I saw it, but here we have a bunch of basic line pictures for it. It's a strong combination of an armored Reaper-esque version of the NightStalker. Here you see his night form actually looks insane. And it breathes so well with NightStalker's baseline color, which is still blue. But you got this bluish steel purple that works out extremely well. Actually, more bluish steel pink that blends extremely well with his overlying colors. See, here's walk animation as well. But very clean as well. There's no real glitchy kind of movements either that you could see with like the wings, because sometimes there's wings that don't exactly make a good sort of animation. when you move. But I think this is definitely one of the situations where this set is definitely one of those ones that blends in extremely well. And I love the Reaper hood, how it dreeps in the front here with the open chest zone as well. And the lower leg armor that's actually, like, extremely detailed. Not to mention his tail. His tail is actually a small little bit of surprise there, but, like, you can't really see it too well. But the tail works out so well with this set, too. It's not, like, out there. It's just hanging out. It's kind of in the back, and it moves on from there. But, again, the NightStalker Night form is definitely insane with this one, and this is just another set that I'm really hoping to see go into the cache and or the market. Some wonderful animations. He's got the claws, too. I just love that artists are getting a little bit more flexible. They're making everything look a lot sharper. Not saying that they didn't make it look sharp before, but they're starting to really craze up everything, and we're going to get to the point where some of these sets are going to be Arcanas. So Valve, you better get your paychecks out, because you're going to write these guys their paychecks. Next, we have Grimstroke. It's going to be picked up. He's going to be ran with, oh, wow, I'm so used to casting. I'm sorry, guys. Stefco is the maker of the Grimstroke set. There was a lot of stuff that came with this one. I didn't really have anything for, like, little mini items in the corner that we'd put, so I just put some animations down here. But the reason why I like this set, all right, it still sticks with Grimstroke's baseline color scheme. But there's so many goddamn candles on this boy. And it works out extremely well because, like, the baseline animations, we saw the first set actually come out for Grimstroke. It kind of goes along the same line as this one, but this one's way more feathery, extreme detail, and it just fits his lore-esque background, and it's amazing. I believe, yeah, here we go. So this is what I wanted to talk about the most here. This looks like his background, 100%. Like, this is an absolutely amazing set. His color scheme works out during the day, during the night, blends in as well. I think this is just an absolute amazing set. This one's called the Manipulator as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that at the beginning. But I love the wand, and I also just love how his, I guess his robe, because it's not a cape, but his robe actually is very flowy, and it works out extremely well. The loading screen, which I assume is the loading screen, looks amazing as well. Just very artistic style, and I love it. I love this little screen, too. It's just like he's watching you the whole entire time. But yeah, no, I really like this set. I hope the Manipulator gets in. There's a lot of other people that feel the exact same way, too. But this set is a really, really good set overall. Next, we have Spirit Breakers. All right, so this one is a little bit of an homage in the sense that we just had that Viper set come in that made him look like a flying aphid. Now, obviously, Valve is starting to get a little bit more open with some of the sets that they'll take in. And in reality, I picked up this set to talk about because this set actually looks real good. And sure, it changes Spirit Breaker to be a literal Abominable Snowman, which is the name of the set, the Abominable Snowman, which might need to get changed name-wise, but I think the concept of this works out extremely well. And I like the set overall because it blends with Spirit Breaker's baseline colors still. Only problem is he doesn't actually have a tail, but that's not really much of an issue. Nobody really cares too much about the Spirit Breaker tail. Here we see his mace, though. It's a really good mace as well. But the reason why I really like this set was because it's another unique set that goes out of the comfort zone of some people who end up playing a lot of these heroes. And this set overall kind of rings that same bell. And if Valve's starting to get a little bit more open with what they want to take in, this is definitely one of the other ones that I would see be brought in here into Dota because of that exact sort of scenario. So I like it a lot too. Again, like I said, it works with his baseline color scheme. And then he's just got so much beard. Like, who doesn't love a good beard? He's got beard everywhere. He's got beard on his back. He's got beard on his butt. He's got beard on his hands. And he's got a beard on his beard. But that's why I like this Spirit Breaker set. It's another out-of-the-box set that I think that they will take every single day of their life. The next set we have is a Nature's Prophet set called the Allfather of Nature. Little twist there. We got a beautiful, wonderful set here. We got some wonderful animations. Of course, the mid-screen, for some reason, I couldn't really get it to swap between extra stuff, but we're going to see it do a couple animations here. Off to the left, you see the TP animations, the attack animations, and his idle animations. In the mid here, the one thing I want to point out that I like so much about this set, it has a crow on his shoulder. And then the other thing I really like about this set is these goddamn adorable treants. They're so damn cute. They're so fluffy, but they're trees. They're so trees. They're so cute and adorable. And then I just love that it makes him look old, but at the same time, he still uses the light blue blend with a green baseline color that blends in extremely well with Nature's Prophet's baseline, I guess, nature. But overall, like, these treants, I'd say they're the most cutest things I've ever seen. So yeah, back to the color scheme of this here, the main set. Baseline green with a black lower undertone with the lower capes and the lower drapes as well. And it just works out too because his treants also have the same sort of color scheme. Now the big thing about this one, I forgot to talk about it actually in the Spirit Breaker set and the NightStalker set and everything else. Okay, so the NightStalker comes with a tail, legs, wings, heads, arm. The Grimstroke is wand, head, and armor. Spirit Breaker, belt, head, mace, shoulders, tail, arms. And Allfather Winter. Allfather of Winter. It might need to be a slight nature, actually. I'm dumb. It comes with an arms, belt, neck, head, shoulders, staff, and treants. But the big thing I just want to talk about is I love the bird. Like, we've seen it with the Pangolier. There was a Pangolier bird that came in with one of the pirate sets. And now we're seeing people start to do a little bit of pocket familiars. Like, we've been waiting for people to make sort of pets that come with sets for quite some time. And it's just the bird is there. And I don't actually know if it moves. I haven't seen it move in any of these animations, but it's still there. That's the big thing, is that it's a unique thing. It's a bird. So that's why I really like this set. I really hope we see Allfather of Nature in this as well. This one's also done by Chameleon, Keinhangia, which I talked about Spudnik in the Spirit Breaker set. So this one is done by Chameleon. I don't know why that weird... Oh, there's an equal sign in there. My bad, Chameleon. You could flame me on Reddit about it later. Chameleon, Keinhangia, and Nobiru, or Nobiru, whichever one you want to go for, are the makers of this set. So next we have a Underlord set. Now, the only reason why I don't actually have any big animations for this one is because Sunsfan actually made a video about this on the workshop page, and I didn't want to actually use the YouTube video. But I did end up looking at the YouTube video itself, so I know what to talk about. Now, Underlord, this one is made by Nateo, Sunsfan, and Naja'l, which I am sure I am pronouncing that incorrect, but this one comes with a helm and armor, which is his whole entire armor you see here, and an axe and the loading screen. Now, the big thing I like about this set, it's not actually the axe. I actually really like the hood, and I like the armor. Because the armor gives it its... Okay, so, World of Warcraft time, alright? There is a literal Underlord in World of Warcraft that has that armor on and this hood. And this is why I like it, because Underlord is a Reaper. He actually literally is a Reaper. And this armor, it gives him a more compressed kind of feel. But at the same time, he's still a Reaper. So he's got this nice Reaper hood on that just looks extremely well. Blends in with his steel color scheme as well. And makes up for the fact that, well, the rest of the armor seems a little bit scaled in the sense, in comparison to the headpiece. But I like the armor is the big thing. The axe is a little 50-50, but again, he is a Reaper. He's an executioner, basically. That's what his role is as an Underlord. I don't know what the heavy lore is, but God knows that someone's going to correct me on it somewhere. But I like the armor overall. It fits his baseline color scheme. It blends in with the back line, as well as the fact that they have a little open spot on the back. And I imagine you could see some more effects coming out from that one. But like I said, the video is on the workshop page, which will also be linked in the description below. Last set of the day is a Phantom Assassin set. Now, this is actually really cool because there was so many things on this Phantom Assassin page for me to end up using, and I was very happy to see it. And I also saw this on Twitter, I think yesterday morning. This is Valkyrie Shade. It's done by, I believe, Sylei and a Dedguy. Of course, you could always correct me later, guys, no matter what. But this PA set is absolutely amazing, and the detail that's gone into this is amazing as well. I love that it's a smooth steel that's actually applied to the overall set. When I saw it on Twitter, I didn't really look too hard at it, but it looked like a really nice kind of steel as well. But when I looked at it now into the game, into the workshop, it feels and looks and breathes so easily. And there's so many extra little details that they put into this to make this set even crazier. And I love the helmet. Like, this might be the first time in a long time that I will probably use this instead of my Immortal Dagger helmet. But here we can see off on the right side as well, you can see the player profile of the PA with the Arcana, and then the player profile of PA without the Arcana. Like, it changes PA immensely, and in a crazy beautiful way. And I like that the feathers and the fur cape around the shoulder pad is also a steel look as well. I like that the cape in the lower end as well for the belt is actually a light blue as it stems down to the bottom, because it just gives it that little bit of roaming detail as well. I had some clips of it roaming around too, but the problem is for some reason it wouldn't show off and play. But I could say that this PA set, has to get in to the Steam market no matter what. Like, this is a grade A tier 1000 PA set, and I will be shocked if I do not see this PA set into the cache or just in Dota in general. We even have a bunch of little information charts. We have a little bit of information parts up on the top right here as well. Like, they put in so much work to make sure this PA set was put into the game, and this one better be in the game. That's literally all I'm saying. Like, it has to be into the game. And then who wouldn't want, alright, looking at the bottom left here, who wouldn't want a statue of this PA? Look at how beautiful it is. They put so much work into this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this one in the Dota 2 universe. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last set of this overall Workshop Weekly rundown. There are more sets to look at, of course. There's about 1.5 million sets, because last time we voted through like 53 sets or something like that when the last international came around. So stay tuned. We're going to have more sets to talk about later, but these ones are some tier 1000 sets, like 100%. I would pay top dollar to get any special version of these ones in any single day of my life. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Workshop Weekly for the first episode. We'll probably do a lot more, but again, I cannot promise that this will actually be weekly. But, you know, it probably will be, because these workshop artists deserve a lot more than just me making a half-assed video about their sets. So hopefully we'll get some better assets in the future on my part, so we can make this look a little bit more professional. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the first episode, and definitely not the last episode, of Workshop Weekly. This is Party PD, signing off. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this Workshop Weekly episode. There will be a lot more in the future, as well as a lot of other videos that we have on this channel. So feel free to take a gander around and take some time and put your feet down. Watch some pleasant videos. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again so much for watching. Consider following, subscribing, doing all the fun jazz that you want to do. We'll see you next time.